Hey guys, it's John. Welcome to the video, Phoenix Business Academy. And today we are going to review the Wake Up Warrior Challenge, or the WuW Challenge from Garrett J White and the Wake Up Warrior group. So I did this challenge in October, and I wanted to just give some feedback to the YouTube community. You might be doing another challenge, the December challenge, or possibly thinking of doing a challenge. Maybe you've seen the ads on social media. And so I wanted to give a little bit of feedback, both good and bad, on the challenge. So, number one, so what is the challenge about? So the challenge is about, in my opinion, preparing men and or women to better their life and improve on the things that they want to improve on. But that's subjective, because everyone wants to improve on different things. Everyone is going through different things in their life, and everyone is at different stages in their life and in their business. And so you might get different things out of the challenge. But to me, the takeaway was, how do you have a better marriage, a better business, a better connection with God, and a better body? And Garrett goes into the body, being, balance, and business aspects of his teachings. And that's one of the positives, okay? That's the first thing I liked. It doesn't just focus on super driving or supercharging your business. Supercharging your business. It also talks about, how do you have a better marriage? How do you have a better connection with God? How do you have a fit body? And those things are all important when you're an entrepreneur or somebody that's in business, whether you're a salesperson that's out there or somebody that's actually running a business. It's important to have those four things in order. And I'll explain why. If you have a terrible marriage or a terrible relationship, there's no chance in hell you're leaving the house on a positive note, and you're going to feel empowered to do anything. It's just really not going to happen, in my opinion. I've seen it in other people that I know, and I've seen it personally, that if you have trouble at home or turmoil at home, it is very, very hard to push that out of your head and get away from that negativity and thrive in other areas. It's difficult. And even if you don't find it difficult, it's certainly easier if you don't have turmoil at home to accomplish the things you want to accomplish outside the home. If your body is a piece of crap, and you're overweight and lethargic, I mean, that's self-explanatory. You can't be expected to perform at elite levels and not have a body that's functional, that can perform with you. The God thing may not be your thing, but you certainly should have a connection to something, whether that's your own internal thought or God. I think you should have a connection to something where you can just kind of talk to yourself or talk to God and kind of vent it out. And then business, right? So balance is your relationship at home. Body is body. Being is your connection to God or yourself. And then business. How do you make sure you go out in the world and accomplish all of the things that you need to accomplish? Because let's face it, in the world of social media, distraction, and other things, it's very easy to get sidetracked. So how do you supercharge your business to make sure that you're prepared to handle the world? So I liked that idea of kind of grouping things into buckets, and during the challenge, you make sure, or you learn different ways to do a few things for each bucket and address each area of your life, because so many people in the world address 1 or 2 areas. The good ones address 3, but it's a lot of times many people don't address all 4. So I like that. That's a positive. Another positive is he gives you apps within the challenge to download that make accomplishing these things easier. So I like that, because if it's easy to do something, you'll do it. And so I like that. On a negative note, I didn't like that after the challenge is over, you lose access to the apps, because I've checked my welcome email and I've checked the sign-up page. It doesn't state anywhere that you will lose access to that. You do have an option to pay an additional $100 to get all the books and literature shipped to your house, or you can pay the $97 and just do the challenge digitally through the app. But I did not like that you lose access to the apps. So that would be my first negative. I liked that the challenge makes you take accountability for the things that are wrong in your life. So many times we go through life and we have our fingers pointed out at somebody else. Whose fault is it? It's this person's fault that I didn't do this. It's this person's fault that that order didn't come through. It's this person's fault that I didn't close that deal. It's my wife's fault that we had an argument. Well, the Wake Up Warrior Challenge really helps you cut through all that bullshit and really take ownership and accountability for the things that you can take accountability for. And I really like that. And not only does it just say, hey, take accountability for this, they give you tools within the app that really force you to be introspective and take a look inside to see what it is that you're contributing to the 4 areas of your life. What's the bullshit you're telling yourself of why you're not as successful in the 4 areas of life that you want to be, and how to address that. So I really, really like the fact that it forces you to kind of take accountability into the areas you want to take accountability for. I like the layout of the interface and the experience, and I liked the Audio Armory app, which is basically all of the speakings of Garrett and stuff like that. So I like that. I like the daily email. Keeps you on track of where you need to be and what you have to do to catch up. So overall, my experience was positive. Like I said, really the one negative I had was that you didn't get to keep the apps in terms of like the tools that they give you. So there's I forgot the name of the app, but there's one app that basically you can go on there and start typing. Did you have it's a stack app? There you go, stack app. So there's Discover Stack, Angry Stack, and when you put these things in there, the app talks back to you and forces you to answer specific questions about how you're feeling, why you're feeling that way, what the truth is behind the feeling. And I loved that app. And I was really pissed that there was no way to continue having access to that app, or there was no way to pay to have that app and be able to utilize it. So, and like I said, if I had known that when I signed up for the challenge, that's fine. But there was no warning that you were going to lose that, other than the warning that you got at the end of the challenge that you were going to lose it. And if you wanted it, you have to join the next challenge, which was, $97 a month, or X amount of dollars for the year, and you had your choice to pay for it. So I didn't like that, because I felt like it was like, oh, hey, we gave you all these great tools and we didn't tell you we're going to take them away, but now we are. But if you want to keep them, it's going to cost this much money. So I really didn't like that. But like I said, overall, really positive experience. All right, we're back. We had just a technical malfunction of a phone falling, because I'm doing this in the car. But you know what? When the idea speaks to me is when I start recording, if I can. So we're just going to say that's collateral damage of driving and doing this YouTube video. So I really like the fact that I felt like it was like kind of like holding you, I'm gonna say hostage, but kind of like using that as leverage. Like, hey, if you want this, you got to pay this. So I didn't like that. But overall, guys, I think if you follow any entrepreneur online, or motivational expert, or business expert, or any of those experts, I think the one takeaway I have is use the information that you need from it. You don't have to hang on every single word somebody says, because at the end of the day, they're made up of flesh, blood, and bone like we are, and not everything they say is accurate, correct, will work for you. So that would be the only other thing, is that is just keep that in mind when you're doing anything. It's subjective, so utilize the information that's good for you, and filter out the rest of the stuff. You don't have to hang on every word that somebody says. If this worked for somebody, it doesn't work for you, that's fine. But overall, I think there was a lot of good information inside the challenge, and the investment was minimal. It's $97 investment, and you get a 30-day challenge to follow through, and along with Garrett, he does it with you day by day. And I also thought that the kind of the metamorphosis or the change that you go through during each challenge, like the rock challenge of carrying rocks, which symbolize baggage and things like that. I really thought that was powerful, because it really puts into perspective what you're carrying around with you mentally and what you need to get rid of. And I thought that was something different that I haven't seen in other things. So overall, really positive experience. I really, really liked it. Like I said, if I had anything negative to say, it would be that you didn't get to keep the apps. But overall, the challenge really opens your eyes to how to focus more on the 4 areas of your life: body, being, balance, business. And not only does it tell you just focus on that, but it also tells you, hey, here are certain things you can do to address each of those, I call them buckets, but to address each of those buckets. So you're not just like, hey, I have to do a balance and a business today. What do I do? It kind of gives you ideas, and it helps you really understand how to address each of those buckets, or how to address the needs of each of those buckets. So I thought that was really positive. Overall, I really think it was a great put together curriculum, and yeah, like I said, not affiliated with the Wake Up Warrior Challenge. I'm just a guy that did the challenge, had pretty good results from it, and got a lot of positive benefits from it. So for $97, guys, I don't think there's a negative part to this at all. In investing the money, I think it's only net positive. But it's like anything else. You're gonna get from it what you put into it. So if 5 days go by and you don't listen to the audio, and you don't do the exercises, you're not going to get the benefit of the investment. It's like investing in a home gym. It's great if you have a home gym, but if you use it once a month, the investment's horseshit. It's not going to work for you. So it's kind of the same thing. If you invest $97 for 30 days, and if you can't buckle down and listen to the audio and do the exercises, and pay attention to the things that you need to address in the 4 buckets, which he calls core 4, you're not going to get anything out of it. So just like anything else, don't expect to spend $97 and have a magical shift in your life if you're not doing the work. But, and that goes with anything, you don't need a challenge to make you do work. But what this does is it helps motivate you to put in the work, and it doesn't take a lot of effort to do the things that are needed to be done. So overall, Wake Up Warrior Challenge, I was in the October group. I really, really liked it. I really think it's a beneficial $97 well spent. Plus, if you have a business, it's a great write-off towards the end of the year. So overall, I give it a thumbs up. I'm looking for another challenge to do, but at the same time, $1,200 for the year or $97 a month doesn't seem like a lot to some people, but it's something I'm not willing to invest in right now. I just don't like the idea of ongoing, recurring subscriptions. But overall, if there was another challenge that came out that was a one-time fee, something separate from the Wake Up Warrior challenge, like a King's Kit that he has done, and it doesn't have to be just from Garrett J White. It can be from other entrepreneurs, a Gary V, or anybody else that's out there. I would consider it. But yep, those are my thoughts. Guys, let me know in the comments down below what you thought, if you're doing it, if you think about doing it, if there's something you have a question about that I didn't necessarily cover in this video. Let me know. Hit the subscribe button, hit post notifications. Phoenix Business Academy is coming up and coming. We are launching a website shortly, which will be phoenixbusinessacademy.net. You can email me at john@phoenixbusinessacademy.com. And we're going to come out with some great content, great training. And like I said, the goal of Phoenix Business Academy is to motivate and elevate entrepreneurs and sales professionals and small businesses. So be on the lookout for new things coming your way from us. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We'll catch you on the next one. Guys, one last thing I forgot to mention that I didn't like. This has nothing to do with the challenge, but after listening to all the things in the challenge, and big theme of the challenge is be the man and things like that, after following Garrett on social media after the election, there were a lot of posts of nonsense about the election. I'm not taking a political side. I really could care less about politics. I have my own opinions on that, and maybe we'll discuss that on another video. By the way, shout out to Banner and Oak. Great hats at a great price. Check them out. Not affiliated, not sponsored, but hats showing up in the video, so wanted to give a shout out. Anyway, so saw a lot of posts about crying about the results of the election and things like that, and that was the other thing I didn't like. So it doesn't necessarily have to do with the challenge per se, but overall the image of what Garrett stands for and what he's inspiring other men and women to be. I just thought his ranting on social media did quite the opposite. It in my opinion, made him look like a little baby. And so that was the other thing I didn't like. So that's just a little update there. If you're easily offended by someone's political views or nagging or complaining about politics, just keep that in mind. Like I said, I'm not taking a political side. I really could care less, but that was the other thing. I just thought the act of complaining about wanting a result that you didn't get was counterproductive or counterintuitive to what he was teaching. So those are my thoughts, and signing off again. Peace.